Hey everybody, this is Andrew from AndrewInica.com, giving you a look at the Sprint HTC Hero, Now obviously you've seen the Sense widgets and the interface already, so we're going to take a look at what makes this phone different from the GSM version, which are the Sprint exclusive applications, navigation, NASCAR, NFL Mobile, and Sprint TV. Now when you look at the widget right here, you'll see that the NFL Mobile is going to tell me when my favorite team is playing, which are the New York Giants. It shows me their next schedule, and on the right it shows a league-wide scores and games. So if there was a game going on right now, the widget would update with new scores. As you see, I have the option to refresh or launch the NFL Mobile Live, which I'm going to do now. And when you get into the app, you see more of the scoreboard. If there were games going on right now, it would be updating me on what's going on around the league, who's scoring, who's winning, stuff like that. And as you go down, you see some options which are interactive, like the can't miss plays. These are like plays of the week, but if you watch SportsCenter, you really don't care about that too much, unless you want to vote and then let your opinion be known. But at the bottom, you see some more options. You've got Fan Zone, you've got NFL Network. This lets you watch video clips from the NFL, watch games and replay stuff, exclusive content from the NFL Network. You've got fantasy, teams and standings, scores and schedules. So basically everything you would expect to appear in a sports app is in the NFL Live app. And like I said, there's favorite teams. I'm looking at some news for my favorite team. You've got items from NFL.com, blogs like SB Nation, and of course you have division-wide news. So if your favorite team is the Giants, you can find out what's happening with the Cowboys and the Redskins and the Eagles, so you know what's happening to the other division teams. And when you scroll down, you'll see photos. You've got breast cancer awareness. There's a little sidebar. You guys know that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Week. Players will be wearing cleats, pink cleats and armbands and things of that nature to raise money and awareness for the cause of breast cancer. So I'm going to click View More. So here are some audio and video clips related to the Giants. It has a preview of their upcoming game against the Chiefs. It has some highlights from the previous game against the Bucks. You scroll down, you can go and purchase some NFL screensavers, rings, and more stuff of that nature. Schedules, results, standings, rosters. Basically, the standard fare. Like I said, the NFL Network is a part of the Sprint NFL Live app, so I'm gonna click Watch NFL Network Live. And now you're seeing that I'm seeing what's on NFL Network right now. They're showing a replay of the Baltimore and New England game. As you can see, the video quality was pretty good. A steady frame rate that you could expect from a mobile application. Wasn't too bad. You see featured NFL Network videos. When you click on that, that's going to bring you to some more videos of the week. You're going to have your opportunity to vote for the best plays of the previous week. You've got some interviews, some more previews of upcoming games. So when you click one of these, you get more video clips from the NFL Network. If you're not someone who has the NFL Network on as part of your cable package or available in your area, you can find some useful stuff on here from them. One of the things that I really like about the NFL app is my alerts. Now, if you have Scoreboard or Sports Tap or the Plusmo NFL Football, you're familiar with getting in-game updates or scoring updates. But I like this because you can do for game alerts, player alerts, fantasy alerts, teams, and etc. So I'm going to set up an alert real quick for... As you see, for the upcoming week, you can have a lot of games to choose from. I expect to be watching the Giants game, but I want to know what's going on with Dallas just in case. So I'm going to sign up for an alert on Dallas. And I'm going to choose to be notified at the end of every quarter, halftime, final score. And you can also be notified whenever there's video available from that game. So I'm going to choose to be alerted for that as well. And I'm going to save it. And I can also get fantasy alerts. Now, if you play fantasy football, this is something that could be very useful to you. The other day I was wondering why there isn't a good fantasy football app available for Android. You can find out about when your players are injured, get tips and predictions, find out whenever someone on your team is scoring, and you can get a final point summary. But there's also a full-fledged fantasy app, which we're going to take a look at now. If you play fantasy football through NFL.com, you can just enter your fantasy ID, and it's very easy to integrate with the NFL mobile app. But if you play somewhere like ESPN or CBS or Yahoo, you can also do it manually, which is very, very good. This isn't just limited to NFL.com players. You have your fantasy rankings and trends, analysis, blog, there's videos. So this can be very useful if you don't have time to go home to your computer, but you want to get some general ideas of who to start this week, who to bench, who to try to pick up off waivers. And on game day, you can also find out how your team is performing by using the player tracker, where you enter the name of players on your team. So right here you see I have two players from my team, Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers. Yes, I was stupid enough to draft two quarterbacks before I got a running back. It's my first year of fantasy football, so give me a break. So what I'm going to do right now is add another player on my team. I've noticed that it's easier if you just search for the last name rather than trying to enter their full name, because you might get some problems coming up. So I'm going to enter Wayne, who's one of my receivers. I'm going to submit. Reggie Wayne, just pull him up real quick. So now on game day, I'm going to be notified every time one of these players do something. So I can come across, I can just go into player tracker and see, okay, Brees has 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 300 yards. I'm having a really good day. And then I can see that Wayne isn't performing too well, so I might get a little nervous. For player tracker, you can have your entire team, or you can just do who you're going to start this week. You can also maybe find out who your opponent has on his team and add them as well, so you can get a general idea of how you're performing. All in all, I really like NFL Mobile Live. If you're a big NFL fan, I think this is something you'll find very useful, especially if you're not satisfied with Sports Tap, or if you're into fantasy football or you don't like Scoreboard, etc. There are some problems with it. I've had the past couple days I've had some force close errors when I try to do a few things. Video, it plays better than I expected, but I'd still like to have more options. I know because of license limitations, they can only show a certain amount of games. They can't show every game that you'd want, but it's a nice, handy alternative for when you can't do certain things on a computer. It's nice to have this on your phone. All in all, I say that this will be something that you find useful if you're an NFL fan. And that's NFL Mobile Live.